Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Friday. I always have to look. Friday the 13th. That's right. Friday, September 13th. And this is the daily message for us all, message of motivation. We are traversing through some powerful energetics in eclipse energy and working through clearing, breaking free from past restraints, constrictions, beliefs, programs, conditions. Mars in Cancer will be going retrograde, is highlighting a lot of things that we may have absorbed from our mother and ancestral. I had a very long conversation with my mother last night, kind of digging deep into her experience when she was pregnant with me, helping me to understand some of the messages and things that I have been receiving. Had an interesting dream last night. Dreams may be quite intense for many, but let's get into the message, because astrologically, it looks to be a beautiful weekend, a lot of breakthroughs and a lot of coming together, a lot of healing, a lot of forgiveness. So let's see what messages come through for us all. I hope that you're all doing well. I am packed up and ready to go to the mountains to see my grandson. And there's a Luna festival going on up there that I'm excited to attend as well. So I hope that you are all doing well and traversing these energies, you know, with compassion for yourself. Really, truly, it has not been an easy ride, but we are clearing and transmuting a lot of old, dense energy. And the sun, the solar activity has been like, wow, pretty huge. So that's also helping to push us past boundaries that may have been placed on us. We have definitely absorbed a lot and energetically been encoded with beliefs and patterns that are not ours, and so we're also breaking free from that. All right, so what is the daily message for us all? Or maybe weekend message. We have the hippopotamus. Emerging once again, stimulated back into life. I know that for the last few days I've been waking up with this underlying tension and fear that made no logical sense, and I really would sit with it for a while and ask, what is this? And then I would be taken back to exactly the events that instilled these beliefs or patterns, karmic patterns within me, to help me untangle myself from the past. And maybe many of you are also experiencing that. So once we like detangle and detach from the umbilical cord, from all the tentacles that have had were wrapped around us energetically, we emerge once again, stimulated, actualizing our true nature, our true self. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we have the chameleon. So overall energy is about adaptation as we go through these changes slowly but surely, sometimes pretty fast, depending. Okay. It also speaks of clairvoyance, clear seeing clearly, the truth. Four of Cups, the frog. So as we are re-emerging from the depths, hippopotamus looks like he was down in the water fishing or getting getting some sustenance, some nutrients, and then emerging from the water. We find ourselves in contemplation, the frog. So it's a slow emergence, contemplating where we've been, what we've been through, where we are now, and where we would like to go. The moose speaks of engaging in life, right? Getting back and engaging with life, feeling more bold, more confident, as we are learning to be the chameleon in this world. Be in the world, but not of it. Adapting to new ways of being, truer ways of being. Let's get a couple more cards. Oh, I'm being called to these. Okay. So if you're not feeling this yet, and I'll be honest, I'm not quite feeling this yet myself, but I feel it coming on. Meaning I'm still energetically kind of shaky from this past week and the events that I've had to, not events, the depths that I've had to travel within myself to retrieve parts of myself, to let go of parts of the past, to release myself from judgment, guilt, and shame. That's been a hard one. It's been a hard one. And logically, it does not make any sense anymore, but the energy's there. The energy's like, here I am, feel me. I'm still in your vibration. Let me go. Let me go. Forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Moving out of that restricting, constricting, heavy, dense, past energy. Knowing that we've always done the best that we could do with where we were, what we knew, what we had to work with at the time. Right? And that's for everybody. So that assists us in forgiving ourselves and forgiving others. Don't try to force forgiveness for others. That will come naturally, organically through the process of first healing yourself and moving beyond and having the ability to see from a higher perspective. Bottom of the deck, we have imposter syndrome. Definitely something I have been feeling. Okay. So it's important whenever arises in the mind that is causing stress or an uneasy feeling to do a self-inquiry. Is this true? Is this absolutely true? Or is this something old, something that is still producing a narrative, a story in my mind that is also generating emotions and feelings and fears or anger, resentment? And then we have past lives. I've known you before. So, got the chills. This has to do with our karmic relationships that we've had in this lifetime. These are souls. We've all incarnated together, and we all decided ahead of time what roles we were going to play, what characters we were going to play in each other's story to assist us in clearing and breaking free from past life karmic things that we came back down here to transmute and to move away from. But first we have to be cracked open. And so these are the people that we have definitely felt a deep soul connection to, yet they also taught us some very valuable lessons about who we are and who we are not. These could be people, some would call them with narcissistic tendencies, or it doesn't even have to be that, but made us doubt ourselves and our own abilities and skills and who we are as a soul, making us feel like an imposter of ourselves. Because most likely we had to, for our own self-protection, be a chameleon in those relationships and play a certain role for them, which took us out of our authenticity, and we lose ourselves. Many of us, I've definitely had relationships where I've lost myself in them, only to then liberate myself and find myself yet again. Sometimes we go through that a couple times before we get the hint, like, oh, I see, I understand. This definitely is not who I am, but it is a pattern. I keep falling into the same hole over and over again. That's how we learn. We human beings are stubborn. All right, let's get a couple more cards here. It is important because the mind is a recording device. It records, especially the subconscious, every single thing that we've experienced that caused an energetic, well, everything, but especially those things that caused an emotion or an energetic, like, shock wave in the body. The body absorbs it, holds it, stores it, and it's stored in the mind. It's stored in the subconscious mind. It'll come up and replay itself over and over again if we allow it, especially in certain scenarios. This is definitely a channeling. Sorry, it's going fast. Let's slow it down. It's important when these memories, these feelings, these visions I'm hearing arise to do that self-inquiry. Is this actually true? This is a recording. This is a feedback loop, and it keeps coming back around, and it brings back up the same self-doubt, feeling like an imposter, an impersonator of yourself. We're being gifted with opportunities to actually break free from that and see our own true potential, our own true nature. Tell me about the hippopotamus, please. Wow, that was a lot of energy. I love it. Tell me about the hippopotamus, please. There you have it, Six of Wands. Once we face our inner demons, once we face our fears and triumph over them, we emerge stimulated, ready to actualize our goals, to become who we are truly in our true nature. Six of Wands. And perfectly aligned with the Four of Cups, the frog, we have the Hanged Man. Again, contemplating our spiritual lessons and tests and opening ourselves up for new opportunities and enlightenment. So honor that process. Don't try to move too fast. I don't feel like many of us are even able to move too fast right now. And if you do, you may get, something that stops you right away. Slow down. Slow down. This is a process that we are working with. It is not something that we're doing alone. The energies are working with us. Eclipses, all about change. And it's a partial eclipse, but it's still powerful. And there we have it. The King of Wands with the moose. Boldness, commanding attention, engaging in life, feeling confident. Releasing ourselves from imposter syndrome. Energy healing is below that. There's a lot of energetic healing that's going on. So if you feel like rushes of emotion and purging, either crying or anger or whatever's arising, let it out. But then whatever story is going on in the mind, sit and do that self-inquiry. Is this actually true? Is this even true? Overall, we have the Princess of Cups. Again, giving ourselves that love, that nurturing, self-compassion, forgiveness, while we begin to change. We are adapting to our environment, but we are not becoming. our environment. We are becoming the change. I'm just hearing, when we change our environment, when I mean environment, it's whatever you're engaged with. It could be home, it could be work, it could just be life in general, begins to morph and change around us. We're going to get one more message from Moonology to wrap this up. I had a huge realization, and I know it's been coming up for me for years, and it never made sense because I did not belong to the Catholic Church. My father's family was Catholic, and not that my dad even really was a practicing, like he didn't really go to church or anything. My grandmother did, and had all of my dad was the oldest of 8, so all of my aunts and uncles as kids, like, we're all kind of close in age. My parents had me very young. They all went to church. There was some underlying influence, but I never felt like it influenced me. If anything, it repelled me. But my mother was explaining to me that when she was pregnant with me, or when she had me as a baby, my dad was in the Vietnam War. So he didn't come home to see me until I was about a year old. And so she had to live at his family, at my grandmother's house. And it was very strict, it was very rigid, and the influence of the Catholic Church was very strong then. So I absorbed those energies, even though I have no conscious memory of it. It makes a lot of sense now. There's something known as Catholic guilt. And I certainly have been feeling that lately, and it makes no logical sense, but after the conversation last night with my mom, and if your mom is still alive and you can have these conversations with them, or just kind of inquire a little bit about your younger, when you were a baby, or even when she was pregnant with you, you may get some nuggets of understanding as to why you're having certain experiences, because these are from past lives. We carry these energies, these imprints with us to clear them. We don't know what we're clearing. It makes it really difficult. Nothing is yet set in stone. And what I'm hearing is a two-part message here. For many of us, there are glimpses and breadcrumbs of what is to come, yet it hasn't fully opened itself up to blossom yet, because we're still going through a healing process. For others, you may be going through a great change and leaving a situation, and there's fear, there's worry. Nothing right now is set in stone. We are being ushered through a great time of change and healing. And so whatever is going on right now, try not to let the mind take over and make a prediction, make a story. None of us know what is to come yet, but we can actually be the creator or co-creator of that. When we release the imposter syndrome, when we allow the energy healing to assist us in transmuting old energies, transmuting the past and past lives, things will become much clearer, much clearer. So as we move through the weekend, we are adapting to new energies, and we are re-emerging from the depths of the inner psyche, which is known as the underworld or the subconscious, and re-emerging whole again, fresh again, new again. There's going to be a period of hangman, the frog, contemplation. Allow that. Allow things to just do their thing. We've been all fragmented, all over the place, many parts of ourselves just fragmented, and these fragments are coming back to us. Allow it. Allow whatever's arising for you. Love that, and know that we are all moving in a beautiful, positive direction. So that is the message that I have for us all. I hope that you found this to be helpful for you, and sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.